Man, it seems awful warm in Selby, South Dakota. How hot is it here, Alexa?
Right now, in Selby, South Dakota, it's 93 degrees. Do not go outside. Selby, South Dakota is just a few degrees lower than the surface of the sun.
What the world? By the way, how hot is the surface of the sun?
Different parts of the sun have different temperatures. The surface is around 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit, 6,000 degrees Celsius, while the core is between 23 and 29 million degrees Fahrenheit, 13 to 16 million degrees Celsius. Nuclear fusion creates these extreme temperatures, while gravity pulls the sun's gases towards its center, which concentrates all of its heat.
Cave back here, Teddy Bear. That's got to be a lot cooler than anywhere else on our farm. It's hot out here, but he just doesn't like to be sprayed with water, which that's fine. We're not going to make him. I thought it might cool him down. Who knows? Maybe it cooled him down too much too. Maybe that wasn't a very good idea, but actually where his little spot is underneath the steps there, that's pretty cool on the cement, so he'll be all right. All right, Veda, how are you dealing with the heat?
Good.
You like it?
Yeah.
Your cheeks are a little red.
Yeah.
Get a little sunburn?
Yeah.
You'll be all right, huh?
Yeah.
All right, let's go check on the other animals.
If you want to count in bell bottle lambs or bottle calves, chickens or a Great Pyrenees dog named Teddy, you should get inside right now.
Whew! I thought she was talking about us there for a second. Anyways. Got him, finally! Alright, we got all the lammies back in. There's that one that always gets out. They're about out of fuel here, out of food. And they're hanging out in the sun. For some reason, they're pretty much all in the sun. Hey, Sean! Whoa! They're wanting to be moved. Hey, guys. They need to be moved probably tomorrow. They got quite a bit of grass here on the east side of their little pen. But they're doing fine in the heat. And this is what I was talking about, why we moved them to this area, is we're in complete shade here. They need complete shade. At least one place to have complete shade. When we're talking like we're in the 90s, that's just hot for these guys. I'm sure they do fine out in the pasture, but their whole bodies are breathing hard. So they're hot. We're hot. Everybody's hot. And when it's hot, we need to be checking on these animals several times during the day and just make sure, you know, that they're okay. Obviously, we filled a lot of waters this morning. I mean, filled them. No matter what, we got every water completely full just to make sure everybody had water. And that's gonna obviously be a big part of the health when it's hot. Little breeze and some shade makes a huge difference. Makes it livable, I think. We need to check on the milk cow and see how she's doing. So, tall grass, and we've got a lot of growth here because of all the rains that we've been having. The grass is growing awesome. That makes a huge difference too when they can have shade and they can have that tall grass to lay down in. They're gonna stay cooler than not having it. The ground is gonna stay cooler. So they just get up and move right from one spot to the other. So they're hot. Belle's hot, the milk cow. But they're over here, they're doing just fine. Check their water. Water's doing good. So they've got plenty of water. And they're hunkered down. That's okay. That's all right. We're just making sure that they're alive and well. And I mean, not a lot. I mean, we want to make sure they're alive, but we also just want to make sure that the feed is where the feed should be, the water is where the water should be. You know, that's the big deal there. Okay, so Bella's doing just fine in the shade. Her two calves are hunkered in right next to her, and they're doing great. There's a little bit of flies on them, but that's okay too. And we'll go ahead and spray her for flies. We just have a little bit of what we use for the fly spray is just some natural, just a natural mister spray, and we just put it on her, and it works for about a day, and then there's really no carryover. Like, it doesn't deter the flies from being on her tomorrow, so we'll have to be out here again tomorrow. But I think it's better. It's a better option because we only have the one than other options that have a lot of carryover, and then you can't, some of those options you have to be really careful with because you don't want it to carry over into the milk. And so we've just found, we just spray that on her, it works for a while, and then by the time we can get back out here and check her again, we just bring the bottle of fly spray with us again. So it's really not that big of a deal. Where is those bottle caps? Man, those guys are sneaky. Look at this. They're fighting the flies too, and they're bottle calves, so they just let us spray them. We get them a little bit too with the spray, and that'll take care of those flies. But they're just hunkered down. Man, I don't blame them. It's hot. So the critter on the farm that probably does the best with the heat seems to be the chickens, pretty much all the birds. And it's fun to watch them because they walk around here with their beaks open, and they also they'll stand way out with their wings out, and they're just trying to cool off too. With the mouths are open, or the beaks are wide open. They're walking around with the beaks wide open. They're walking up around with their wings out, and they're trying to cool off just like everything else. But as long as they have good fresh water, they seem to do pretty well. And for the ducks, we put out this big pool, and they've been in it because it's kind of dirty. But we put out a big pool of water. We got a nice clean bunch of water there. I think it's just important to kind of look at, like, what is the weather going to be, and to try to take care of your animals well when those hot days, when those cold days come, and just be aware, because we're just trying to get all kinds of different containers out that can hold water. Some of them are a little bit deep, like those mineral tubs. I don't know that I would recommend doing that, but it is an easy way. The chickens do step on the side, they take a drink. I think they could drown in it if you're not careful though. But it's just a way to put out a lot of water, and then making sure that everybody has, you know, a ton of water. They don't seem to eat a lot right now, but they'll drink and drink and drink. And we just want to make sure that no matter what, they don't run out of that water. Same with the cows. You know, make sure that automatic water is working, or if you just got to fill it by hand, make sure that that your waters are filled all the time. But I just think that knowing ahead of time and just being aware of the weather is important when you have multiple types of animals on your homestead, or animals at all. So it's important for sure.
Don't forget to stay cool. Hit the like button if you like this video. And don't forget to subscribe.